Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here, and today I am going to share with you my July stash kit. Now, I did not do a kit share of what I have left for June because I still have quite a few layouts that I would like to put together using that kit, so I will show you that, or what I have left of my June kit at the end of July. But I did want to film my July stash kit since I'm going to plan to use both throughout the month. And so at the end of the month you'll probably get two sort of kill a kit videos or a combined one that shows my June and July kits. Now if you watched my May haul video, which I believe I actually put out at the beginning of June, I talked about that I had bought this Kaiser Craft sticker book and that my plan was to create a stash kit based off of this sticker book. And so that is what I've done. So you'll see all the colors and the things that I chose are based on basically the colors from this sticker book. And so the other thing that you'll notice with my papers this month, I did not pull any sort of really dominant patterns, or I have one that you would say was a bold pattern, but I'll probably only use it for matting. And apart from that, the rest of my papers are pretty sort of neutral or tone on tone or just easy to use patterns. And there's two reasons for that. One of the things that I decided for the month of July is I really want to focus on using my stamps, and so I want to be able to create my own embellishments as well as use sort of the embellishments that I pulled for this kit. So I really want to focus on using my stamps, and so I didn't need bold pattern paper to use on my pages because I want my stamps and my embellishing and things like that to sort of take the place of that. The second reason that my papers are not extremely bold or sort of what I might pull for an entire kit is I'm also now a part of the Creative Cuts Club, which is a new kit club from Christina Sorge, who is also a YouTuber and also the owner of the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. She created a second kit club that is primarily, or I should say only, dealing with cut files. And so she actually sends you cut files already cut and then some additional sort of embellishments and things to go with it. And so I actually joined that club even though I have my own die cutting machine. I find I don't use it a lot, and this kit club, what I'm hoping is having some cut files already cut for me will entice me to use my machine more to cut more files and get new ideas on some ways to use my silhouette machine and the die cuts. And so I wanted to have lots of papers this month that were easy to use for backing cut files, because I figure I'm going to get my kit here in a week or so, hopefully, and I wanted to have papers that I can use to back those cut files and that are easy patterns that will work well for backing cut files. So you have two things to look forward to if you like cut files and backing cut files as well as stamping. I should have some videos up this month that have both those themes. So that being said, this is what everything is based off of, so I will set this aside, but keep in mind these are the colors that I was going with. And so here are the papers that I chose. So these are the 12 by 12s. This first one, and all of these are very old. All of them are either from paper pads or they are double-sided papers, but they are all from very old collections. And so this first one is My Mind's Eye, Now and Then. And let's see, it has this. I'm not going to use these anchors. And the collection was the Milo Little Things, if it shows up. So that is, so obviously I'm pulling some greens and sort of a turquoisey green. This one is from a paper pad. I do not know which one, and I apologize because my camera is having a moment. It does not want to focus. Hold on. I'm going to try to get it to focus here. Hello. Hello. There we go. Ooh, it didn't like moving all those papers around, did it? So this kind of, it's hard to tell on camera. Ooh, it does not like this paper at all. Sorry guys. I apologize. And hopefully this will come back into focus. There we go. So this paper, which it does not seem to like on camera, is basically, it's kind of like an ombre. It's a little darker down here. It goes to light. It has a very subtle, teeny tiny polka dot in it. And it came from a paper pad, so I have no idea, unfortunately, which one. This also came from a paper pad. It's like a wood grain, sort of reminds me of beadboard in this turquoisey green color. And this was from a paper pad. I believe it was a Pebbles one, but I don't remember which one. I apologize. Some of these papers I have just pulled out of the paper pads and just in a set of, or a stack of papers, and so I don't always know which collections. This one I know came from a Studio Calico paper pad. I think it was the Snippets collection from way back when, which is probably like, oh gosh, 2013. Might even be older than that. But it has these little circles that go from dark to light. And again, it's in that green color. I have this neutral sort of messy graph paper. This was also from that Studio Calico Snippets collection. I'm trying to leave the papers out so you can kind of get an idea of everything that I chose. It may not stay all in frame, but we will see. And then, so these are sort of the greens, the greeny blue, I guess you could say. And then we are going to have some of the yellowy orange. This one was sort of also like a plaid or a grid type of paper. This was from a Die Cuts with a View paper pad. I have no idea which one, but I'm pretty certain that that's where that one is from. And then this, I believe, might have been from a Studio Calico paper pad. This one is taking in the darker yellow, and then it has a little pink heart in it. And hopefully I don't mess up the camera. And for some reason when I pull these papers closer, they're reading like green on my camera. I'm not sure why my lighting for this is so off, but it is yellow, and it has a little pink polka dot, or not, a pink heart, I should say. So this brings in sort of the darker yellow that is in that sticker book. And then I believe the back of one of these papers along the way has another yellow that I potentially, yeah, this one. So this one here had the green that the camera didn't like on the one side, and then this text paper on the back. You'll probably end up seeing a bit of both as we go, so I'll just leave that there for now. The next one is now going toward the sort of pink, peachy, blush kind of tones that are in the sticker book. And this again is another My Mind's Eye. This is from the Mildred collection. It's called Today. And I'm definitely using it for this side. This is just a gold diagonal stripe, which is nice, but I really pulled it for this side. So there you can still see everything in frame. This is just an offcut. It is an old American Crafts # summer paper. Looks like the name is Heatwave. And this pulls in the deeper pinks that were in the sticker book, as well as that orangey yellow that is also in the flowers. So I have that. That's probably one of the busiest patterns, I guess you could say, that I pulled. And then I have this pink and white stripe. Again, I'm pulling in the darker pinks that show up in that sticker book. So I have both the peachy pink or blush pink and then this darker pink coming out. And then back to sort of some of the more blush or peach side, I have this. You can't even see it on camera, but there's a slight chevron pattern on this, and this came from a paper pad that I do not know what the collection was. This one here, I believe, was from a Dear Lizzie paper pad, maybe the Neapolitan collection that she had many years ago. But this is more of a tone on tone. It has sort of a geometric pattern in the background, but this has those peachy pink blush kind of tones to it, and so that is the other one. So all of these I thought were not neutral, but they were all sort of easy patterns that I could probably back, especially these ones, and like this one and this one, probably even this one, I can back behind cut files. So I wanted to give myself some options for that idea in particular. And there you can see the sticker book and the collection of papers that I think match pretty well. So again, it'll be able to let the stickers and the embellishments that I create for this page kit or this stash kit really let those shine, as opposed to the papers being super bold and taking over the page. So I have three papers, I think, 3 or 4 papers that are a little more on the bolder side, but I plan to use them either for matting or for cutting out different bits and pieces for embellishments. So I have this paper here from Maggie Holmes. It just has all the frames. Not all the colors are going to work, but I focused on the possibility of using some of these ones that have the same tones. Even the black and white ones are good. So a lot of this I can use. It will definitely work. And so that is a cut apart for sure for this kit. I also have sort of, I guess, what you could call a specialty sheet, and that is this white and gold diagonal stripe. So I'll call this my specialty piece of paper since it has that foiled element. And then I have a couple of papers that I would consider more the bold sort of patterns that, like I said, will just come on the pages in small doses. This first one is this marbled paper. That was from an old Maggie Holmes collection. I know the name of the collection. It's gone completely from my head, but you know what this collection is. I totally forget what it was, but that is where this one is from, and it definitely brings in all of the colors that I have going on. This will only make small appearances for sure. I also have this floral. This was an old Crepe Paper collection that I don't remember the name of, but it's definitely a crepe paper, and so this kind of goes toward the green side and it pulls in some of that pink. So again, little spurts of that. And last but not least, this piece of paper was from the Crepe Papers, what was it called? Oh my goodness, collection names have like completely flown from my mind. But this is definitely a crepe paper collection that I cannot remember. Notes and Things, maybe? It might have been Notes and Things. So this has just a polka dot. Again, it goes with the same colors that I've pulled, and it's a bolder pattern, but I could still probably use this, and especially this floral, for some backing up some cut files. So I included that. Lastly, I grabbed a few just 6x6 paper pad, or not paper pads, but papers from 6x6 paper pads. So these I think all came from the Paige Evans collection, one of her past collections. These I think were all from that 6x6 paper pad. So this one again, I'm only going to use these probably to mat some photos, but I did grab these to have some additional options for some pattern. So it's just a little floral. I have a chevron. I have this diagonal wood grain, as well as this little pink, peachy pink kind of heart. I have a journaling card that got stuck in there. And then this sort of ombre paper again in that green color, and then this diagonal stripe again in that same green color. So those are the papers that I chose. Now I am going to show you the alphas that I chose, which I did grab quite a selection, but I wanted to have some different color choices. So I'm going to leave this out just so I don't have a glare, hopefully, on my work surface from the lights. And so I have this white set, which is the daiquiri font. I've been trying to use these up, so there's not a ton left, but this is a white font option. I have my very favorite thicker set, which is the Happy thicker set, and I've used this quite a bit, but there's so many on here that I should get plenty of titles, but this is my gold option. Now I have quite a few sort of turquoise kind of options because of the papers. There's a lot of them in this collection, or in this stash kit. This is an old Dear Lizzie, I believe it was Treasure, yeah, Treasure thicker. There's not a lot left on this one, so we'll see what words I can make. So I pulled that one. I also have Fitzgerald in a sparkly turquoise. I have the Joyful Day puffy sort of thicker set that I still have a few words that I can use potentially. Not all the colors. I definitely think these ones, maybe not the Fabulous on this side, but the Sparkle would work. So I definitely think I might be able to get some of these used up on my pages. I pulled in this, it was the beautiful thicker set, and this has been hanging out forever. So I'm hoping to get a few more pieces used off of it, and what I don't use may not stay in my stash. That has been sitting around for a long time, and I'm ready for it to leave. This is the Woodland thicker set, and this is just a black thicker. I have used it quite a bit, but I still have quite a bit left, so we're going to try to use up some of that. I have the Happy Day, I believe. Yeah, Happy Day thicker set. This is a black and white. I believe this was from a Maggie Home collection. I'm not sure which one, but this might have been the Sunny Days collection actually. So I have that one. And then I have a little Heidi Swapp kind of cursive font that I am still trying to finish up. I still have quite a bit on here. Then I have some flat word stickers or letter stickers from Jelly Bean Soup in the turquoise and then in the black Ellie Studio. So I like having some flat alphabet options. Lastly, I have these stickers called Goodness from Amy Tan, which gives me sort of a wood grain option for something neutral on some pages. And then I also have this Hip Kit exclusive, and these are a cursive font. I have not used any of these, but I definitely thought I can, if I want to use them when I'm doing something with this blush and peach kind of color scheme, this is a great option. So those are my thickers. Next, I pulled in just two very old sticker sheets, which you have seen on multiple kits, because I am trying to finish them up and they are almost done. So we'll see what else I can get used from these this month. And then I am not going to show you every single thing or every single embellishment but I will show you sort of the highlights from what I pulled. I did pull some sequins, so I have one in a melon from Spiegelmom Scraps. I have some Doodlebug Jewels, and I have some Skippings, little white sequins. They're just white in this little package. And then another Spiegelmom Scraps Belle's Ball. I will not use the blue ones in this that are in here, at least not in this kit, but the yellow definitely. And then I did pull one roll of washi, and it is this gold scallop, which I absolutely love to put on white cardstock and then cut out scallop. It is perfect for that. Now lastly, I'm just going to show you the embellishments that I pulled, or the ephemera packs that I pulled, but I'm not going to show you all the bits and pieces because two of these are from my May haul that I said I was going to put with the sticker book, because one is from the collection. And this was the Spring Farmhouse from Simple Stories, and so I pulled that to use. Again, that also matches all of the colors. And then I have the ephemera pack or die cut pack that goes with the sticker book that I pulled all the colors for. So those definitely are going to go on some pages. And then I have some puppy stickers, and all of these are from past hip kits. So not all the colors work, but certainly there's some on here that I can potentially put on some layouts, and so I grabbed those. I also have just a couple of journaling cards, another set of puffy stickers. This one's from Joyful Day. This one definitely has some of the colors going on in this kit that I probably can get used up. Maybe not this blue, but the other ones definitely. I have some other flat stickers in a yellow, and then I have some tiny word stickers. This is from Maggie Holmes, one of her past collections. So I have some black if I want to pull black in, or I have this sort of neutral up at the top. Lastly, I just have a bag, and this is just a hodgepodge of past hip kit ephemera, some stickers, some chipboard. I basically just went through some of my past kits, and I pulled anything that sort of had the color tones of what I was going here. So I have basically a little bag of embellishments that I can pick through that have the colors that will work with this stash kit. So that is all of the things that I pulled, and like I said, I have a ton of stamps, and so I just grabbed these, but my goal is to use stamps and my cuts from the Creative Cuts Club that will be coming for this month, and create some layouts using backing of cut files and stamping. So be on the lookout for that. I'm pretty excited about what I can create with this kit and these beautiful florals. And so this is my July stash kit. So guys, I will catch you on the next video very soon. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.